When a girl encounters puffiness or even bags under her eyes, what does she do? She starts using cosmetics, applying it here to reduce puffiness, or even sticking on patches. But to be honest, it doesn't work because it only affects the surface tissue, not the underlying issues. And it's important to understand the reason why bags and puffiness occur under the eyes. So we start with the causes. So why do puffiness under the eyes occur? Take a look at this picture. The thing is, fluid gets trapped. And why does it get trapped? Because the fat tissue around the eye swells. And why does the fat tissue swell? Because blood flow in the head and neck is impaired. The real reason to get rid of puffiness is that you need to work on the neck, you need to work on the skull, and only then can you work on this area. And right now I'm going to show you a few techniques, a whole set of how to work on this to restore blood flow. So the first exercise, look at what we're going to do. With one hand you grab your ear and with the other hand you hold on. Here you see the muscle and you start stretching it until you feel the tension. And then we breathe in. Exhale and do this for 1-2 minutes. Breathe, inhale. Exhale. So you really need to stretch and make sure to breathe, paying attention to your breathing. We breathe in and out. As this muscle relaxes and the temporal bone relaxes, here it's like a tap opens up and the fluid starts to drain more easily from the skull. And then we do the same thing on the other side, grabbing it. Relaxing. What effect does this technique have? As you stretch these muscles and work with the dental bones, you'll feel that this area right here becomes lighter. And you'll feel like there's a kind of clarity emerging in your head. If clarity is emerging in your head, it means you're doing everything right. There's a lot of tension behind the eyes in this area. There are bones here, and inside, behind these bones, right there and behind the eyes, tension builds up. What can we do? How can we stimulate venous and lymphatic drainage inside the skull to make it easier here under the eyes? You place your hand on this area under the eye, where you already have a bag or swelling. Place the other hand on the back of your head. Take a breath and a gentle vibration to the back of the head. And we just breathe. We do a gentle vibration. We do it on one side, then the other. You just take and do it. So while you're doing this technique, I'll just tell you some things. You have a bag here, there's already some stagnation. You do this technique, the vibration. And here, the lymphatic drainage and blood flow start to speed up. So you might feel heat, redness, that's an increase in blood circulation, but you should also feel that it becomes somewhat freer, lighter behind the eyes. By the way, this technique can also improve vision. It might even help to clear the nose because you're affecting the ENT system in the nasal sinuses. And so there's this relaxation happening. So these techniques are aimed at the true causes of why bags form. But in reality, you can work even deeper, because if you look, there are many structures here. We move on to the superficial techniques. What can you do right here? A very simple technique. So you place your finger under the eye, right here where the bag is, and you start literally to push that bag inward. Bring it to the point of feeling tension, as if there's more fluid in the eye, and that feeling of tension arises. And then you need to hold that tension, and this fluid will gradually start to drain from the eye into the skull. Where you have already cleared the passage, look, that's how I pushed it in. Right, in there. And I hold, and while you hold, it leads to drainage. Again, breathe, breathe, breathe. If the pain is gone, the tension is gone, that's it. And then after that, we do the same on the other side. We press, hold for a minute or two. So basically, here are 3 basic techniques that are not just like patches. You just stick it on here and that's it. This is a surface level story. You can use this as an addition, but the main factor is that you need to improve blood flow, venous drainage, and do all of that. You need to do this. You need to study deeper techniques because I'm showing the simplest options. And actually study the extreme sacral system and the venous sinuses of the bones, the skull, and the muscles. If you study this, even more opportunities will open up for you. Well, of course, besides these techniques, when you push it in, when you work all this out, stretch, of course, you also need to pay attention to your health because swelling can be a consequence. Problems with the kidneys, for example, or with the heart or with the liver. So, of course, this doesn't exclude the need to undergo a full examination of your body and understand what's wrong with you. If you want to be healthy and beautiful, make sure to subscribe to my channel, give it a like, because here I share all the tips and life hacks on how to maintain your health and beauty for many years to come. You were with Dr. Alice, and until we meet again,